MotorWeek is made possible by TireRack.com, RockAuto.com, and State Farm.
History certainly seems to repeat itself. The last generation of the Volkswagen Jetta was sadly Americanized, and that included fitting a torsion beam rear suspension. But soon after, VW made things right with a Jetta GLI and a multi-link independent rear. Well, it's happening all over again. The 7th generation Jetta debuted with a torsion beam rear. But here comes the GLI to once again set things right. If you don't already know, GLI is to the Jetta what GTI is to the Golf. And that makes this 2019 Volkswagen Jetta GLI exactly the type of affordable sports sedan we like around here. Spinning things into motion is the same 2-liter turbo i4 that powers the GTI, rated at an identical 228 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. That's 18 more horsepower and 51 additional pound-feet of torque over last gen's GLI, not to mention 81 more horsepower than what a standard Jetta works with these days. This 6-speed manual comes standard still, but you can opt for a 7-speed DSG. Either way, the GLI remains front-wheel drive only. In addition to its new independent rear suspension, the GLI also gets a limited slip differential, retuned steering, a sports suspension setup that has it riding a half an inch lower, and the same brakes found on the vaulted Golf R. All of that fancy stuff works through standard 18-inch wheels, which are part of an exterior design that provides just a dose more aggression to the humble Jetta form. The front fascia gets larger air intakes and an extended front splitter. The honeycomb grille mirrors that of the GTI, while sill extensions lead back to a revised rear fascia with diffuser and twin chrome exhaust tips. Those stylish wheels wear serious summer performance tires, while lurking behind them are red-painted calipers. And of course, there's lots of additional red trim, while a deck lid spoiler tops it all off. Our tester also happens to be a 35th anniversary edition model, which comes with adaptive damping and an additional comfort drive mode to go along with the normal, sport, eco, and custom, as well as GLI 35 logos throughout the cabin. But the list of standard content for all GLIs is quite high. LED lighting, dual zone climate, even blind spot monitoring. As we've already covered, when this MQB-based 7th generation of Jetta debuted last year, that while highly driver-focused, things are quite spacious inside, and materials, though still far from best in class, have improved greatly. A 6.5-inch touchscreen is standard for VW's MIB2 infotainment. It works just fine, but those that need a bigger screen will find the 8-inch version in top Autobahn trim. There's lots of space around the cabin for storing small items and a huge trunk for the larger ones, 14.1 cubic feet. In this GLI, you'll also find lots of red accents throughout the space and heated cloth comfort sport seats. Leather is available. Research around here involves plenty of time in those seats, including at our test track. Throttle response is sharp, and there's a nice bark from the exhaust. However, the clutch is very light and vague, which makes getting a good launch a little harder than it should be. We seem to bounce back and forth between unrecoverable amounts of wheel spin and wheel hopping for the first few runs. Eventually, we did find the sweet spot and hit 60 in 5.9 seconds. The shifter itself is quite nice, light, and precise, finding the right gear every time, no matter how aggressive you are with it. It took us through the quarter mile in 14.3 seconds at 101 miles per hour. Not too shabby. Things were all kind of awesome through the cones. The GLI stays super flat, responds with laser-like quickness to all inputs with both superb grip and feedback. Weight is over 3,200 pounds, but it sure doesn't feel like it. The variable ratio dynamic electromechanical power steering's weight is on the heavy side of good, helping this GLI behave more like an Audi RS3 through here than a Jetta. All while being comfortable and composed, no harshness whatsoever. Love it. Stopping distances from 60 average just 103 feet. Good initial bite, sporty pedal feel, and just a gradual bit of fade after a few runs. Both forward collision warning and autonomous emergency braking are standard. And for additional peace of mind, the Jetta GLI comes with VW's 6-year or 72,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. Government fuel economy ratings for a GLI manual are 25 city, 32 highway, and 28 combined. We averaged a good 30.4 miles per gallon on regular. The GLI is available in 3 versions. Base S, which starts at $26,890, top-level Autobahn at $30,090, and for a limited time, this 35th anniversary edition slots in between at $27,890. So what makes the 2019 Volkswagen Jetta GLI our type of sports sedan? Well, it's quick, nimble, very responsive, and delightfully daily drivable. But most of all, it's attainable, which makes sense since it is from the People's Car Company.